Hi friends, my name is Bhavya Mangla. I am IATF qualified auditor and doing audit in the automotive sector for the last 17 years. I'm again making a very interesting topic. What is the key difference between warranty and recall? Now before going further, it's important to understand that what exactly is the meaning of recall and warranty. When we talk about warranty, it's sort of an agreement between the manufacturer and the user that in case of any failure, for how long there will be an exchange or repair of that particular part so that the requirements of the final user can be taken care of. If we talk about IATF 16949, there is one more terminology that is being used, that is NTF, no trouble found. So it is a condition wherein in case any material is received from warranty from the OEM to the tier 1 or tier 2, so they may analyze it and they may find out that there is no problem, and then they can say that we are not accepting that particular warranty. The second category is recall. When we talk recall, it's basically a request which is coming from the manufacturer to return the product after the discovery of some failure, maybe with respect to safety or maybe some emission norms, or it can be any other legal requirement. So that all is a part of recall. Now it's very important to understand that why this thing is prevailing at the moment and is increasing year by year. So if I talk about the data of 2018 in America, more than 8 million vehicles, they were under the purview of recall. And if you see in that, majority of the recalls are related to computers, software and electronics related, because these days in majority of the vehicles there's a lot of electronics and software are there. So if we talk about maybe a couple of years back, maybe 10 to 15 years back, at that time majority of the recalls or the warranty, they were predictable. There were certain parts wherein there used to be some warranty on recall, but these days it has changed and it's more related to software or electronics. So before talking about the key difference between recall and warranty, it's very important to understand about these failures, that why these failures are happening, what are the reasons for that, what kind of impact they are creating, and what can be done with respect to that. So first of all, let me start with talking about what can be the possible criteria for deciding that whether it is a failure or not. So the first one is about the criticality of the risk, that how much is the risk that in case a particular thing is failing, how much it can impact, that can be the reason. Then secondly, it can be with respect to the fitment, function or aesthetic. And thirdly, and the most important thing is any government policies like the emission norms. Say for example, Euro 6 norms, if they are not being met, that can be also a reason for a recall or a warranty. If we talk about the major regions or the major areas where these failures are happening, so the topmost is with respect to software, then comes electronics and followed by fitment and function. If I talk about some of the possible reasons of the failure, so the first failure is quite old and everyone knows, that is 4M change, man, machine, material and method. That is still the key reason that why majority of these failures are coming. Then apart from that, the product design, if in case some lacuna is there in the product design, that can also result in that. And third, and the very important reason is coming out with respect to the product validation process, that how often we are doing the product validation in the most abusive condition, just to ensure that we are making sure that whatever product is we are offering to the customer, it is going to fulfill their expectation. Then it is followed by the maturity of the tier 2, tier 3 and tier 4 suppliers, because generally many of the failures are reporting because of lack of understanding from their perspective, because they don't perceive that whatever they are manufacturing, how much it can impact the final user. And then especially in the developing countries, the excessive use of the casual workers is also resulting in a lot of failures, because these workers are keep on changing and that can impact the product quality at many times. Then the next point which is important is what can be the impact of all these failures. So first and the single most is the image, the brand image, the corporate image of that particular organization that get impacted by that, the reputation of the organization. Especially if you see some of the big names like Volkswagen is quite a popular example globally. General Motors, we know about that. Ford, there are so many recalls that is happening. Honda car, there are many recalls. Then if we talk about tier 1, then Takata is a classic examples that how the recalls have damaged the reputation of the company and resulted in the closure of that particular company. Then the cost of poor quality is another important factor which increases the cost of everything. And the business growth, generally the companies with all these recalls and major failures in the warranty results in no new business or maybe reduction in the existing share of business, and all those things happen. So what can be done with respect to all these scenarios? So I think first thing that can organization think about is, just like we do the mock drill with respect to the fire, something we can do with respect to the recall also, because it is now the real thing, especially in the developing countries. So if we can do a mock drill to understand that in case there is a recall, how to deal with it, it will make things much more easier to manage the entire process. Otherwise, sometimes it creates a lot of new challenges for the OEMs how to manage the recall. The second very important thing is to understand that how to deal with warranties and recalls of a big volume, especially in similar kind of other kind of industries like pharma sector, which is very closely related to the human life and safety. Then apart from that, another important thing we to see that what can we learn from all these failures and how we can improve with respect to that. And finally, it's very important that if these recalls can be done on the voluntary rather than somebody is forcing them, that also enhances the brand image of the organization. If I talk about some of the key differences between warranty and recall, so if I talk about warranty, we are talking about any defect which is being observed in the product by the end user while it is being used, and generally there are few pieces which are getting impacted. But when we talk about recall, the volume is huge. It can be in hundreds, thousands or millions depending upon the criticality of the defect. When we are talking about warranty, then generally it is related to fitment, function, visual, and only there is a small population which is getting impacted, and there is no risk with respect to legal or safety requirement. But in case of recall, the defects impacts the legal and safety requirement, or maybe sometimes the government rules and regulations also. When we talk about warranty, generally the defective part is returned to the OEMs or maybe to the tier 1, and then it is being replaced without additional cost depending upon the agreement. But when we talk about the recall, it's in a much massive scale wherein OEM generally announces a recall and all the defective pieces are returned to the OEM, and sometimes it also requires a lot of legal issues which needs to be taken care at that particular time. When we talk about warranty, it has a specific time frame, maybe number of years or maybe the kilometers that you have traveled a particular vehicle. Generally, if you see in majority of the parts, it has a limited warranty. But when we talk about recall, it has no limited time frame. As long as the vehicle is active, there can be any recall at any time. So that's why that becomes even huge and more serious in nature. When we talk about warranty, generally it requires a detailed analysis to understand what kind of problem, what needs to be done with respect to that, and how to avoid similar kind of problem in future. But the recall has a much wider scope of analyzing the problem and taking appropriate action at all the stakeholder ends. It's not only between the organization and the end user. There are many other relevant interested parties which become a party to this particular action plan. Generally, when we talk about warranties, the financial loss is only related to the product. But when we talk about recall, apart from the product loss, it's about the reputation, business, and many other things which get impacted in case of recalls. If I talk about some of the possible examples with respect to warranty, so if you see, the warranty is related to tires, shockers, display panel, music system, filters, and all those things which may get affected, or maybe there is some quality defect that can happen during that particular time frame of maybe 1 year to 3 years. But when we talk about recalls, there can be many examples, like the example of airbags related to Takata, or the Volkswagen emission norms are some of the key examples which are worldwide known to everyone. If I talk about some of the key challenges that industry is facing with respect to all these failures, so the first one is how often these recalls are happening with the knowledge and awareness of all the relevant stakeholders. And especially if we talk about the developing countries, how often this recall is voluntary and it is not forced by the government authorities. And third, and the most important thing, is how often these failures related to warranty and recalls are being considered by the organization as an opportunity to unlearn and learn. So if I talk about a summary with respect to key difference between warranty and recall. So when we talk about warranty, it's about the failure which is for a defined frequency, for a defined time frame, which has a very limited impact on the cost in terms of finance. And generally we do a root cause analysis, corrective action, and then we see that that kind of thing should not repeat again. But when we talk about recall, it is much more massive in nature. It is generally related to some legal requirements, something related to emission norms or safety. In this case, the rejection is in huge volume. It can be in thousands, lakhs, millions, and the cost impact is there and the branding impact is also there. Well, my next video will be related to the key difference between prototype, pre-launch and production control plan. Generally, I'm getting a lot of feedback from your side and they're helping me to understand your expectations. So please do continue that. And in case you want to understand about this particular video in much more detail, if you see there is a link below, if you click that, you'll find a blog there, and there you find this particular video in much more detail. And in case you are liking these kind of videos and blogs, you can subscribe to my YouTube channel and my website bhavyamangla.com. Thank you.